So good evening, everyone. So we have discussed about what is a workflow. Okay, I will share the drive link. You can watch if you missed those two classes introduction part. Okay, so I explained what is what and what is the project and those things. Again, I will explain. No worries. Okay, so today we are going with first uh, account creation. So just open Notepad. So wait. So is my voice is okay, right?
Do one suggestion, if you don't
Yeah.
mind. Can you just keep one folder for 8 p.m. session only, the notepads,
Yes, yes,
so
I
that
added
session,
yes, yes, yes.
that will be helpful.
Yeah, sure, sure. Okay. So here, Snowflake.
Session 3, can you just name? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Snowflake. Okay, it is a cloud-based. Sure, Abhi. Okay, cloud-based data warehouse. Okay, for processing the data for analytic purpose and for reporting. Okay, we use the Snowflake. Snowflake is OLAP. So we have the OLTP systems like Oracle, okay, and SQL Server, okay, some other on-premises. Okay, so these OLP is BigQuery, okay, then Redshift, okay, then Snowflakes. Then why Snowflake means? So if you increase warehouse size in BigQuery and Redshift, it will take time, but in Snowflake, we can increase the warehouse size within seconds. Okay, in seconds we can increase the warehouse size. So that is the advantage in the Snowflake, and we have the separate layers. Okay, cloud, compute, and storage. So it is a SaaS model. Okay, and pay as you go. It means suppose we book Rapido, so whatever we are traveling, we are paying for that only, right? Okay. So now I will create the account, Snowflake account. Then I will explain step by step what is the how to create, what is the warehouse database. Okay, Snowflake account creation. You can see Snowflake trial. Wait. Wait, it's loading. Let's take time. Okay. So these, so cloud based, Snowflake cloud based data warehouse, OLTP, these Oracle. So for day-to-day activities, for all, no need to give day-to-day output. 2 months, 6 months, 1 year, like SaaS model, pay as you go. Okay. Now, so here you can see, you can give the first name. I'm giving time. Last name I'm giving like variant. So work mail, you can give your personal mail ID. I'm giving this mail ID, my mail ID. So training or certification for my job. So click on continue. So company I'm giving time variant. So job title data engineer. Okay. And here Snowflake comes editions in Snowflake. Okay, one is standard edition. Okay. Second, enterprise edition. And third one is business critical edition. Okay. So in standard edition, in real time, we don't use for the project. Basic edition. Okay. Here for 1 hour, it will take $1. In enterprise edition, it will take $2. And in business critical edition, it will take $3. Okay, $3. And these are editions. When we are creating the account, we can see standard is strong balance between features, level of support, and cost. Enterprise most popular, standard plus 90-day time travel, multi-cluster warehouses, and metalized views. Business critical, enterprise plus enhanced security, data protection, and database follower fallback. These things. Okay. Now we have fourth one. is VPS, okay? Virtual Private Snowflake. Virtual Private Snowflake. Here it will take $5. Depend on the discussion on what type of data we are handling. Okay, so we need to discuss with Snowflake team. Okay, for getting these editions. So while creating the account, we can't see these sets. Four. So totally we have the 4 editions in the Snowflake. Suppose if the project is retail, we will go with the enterprise edition. If the project is like bank, we go with the business critical edition. So any payments, uh, virtual private Snowflake. If you need high security, so more data, bank, any credit cards, bill payments like these GPay, phone pay, we have Paytm, right? Any payment apps, high level, okay, stock market. So those will go in the VPS, virtual private Snowflake. Okay. So now we are going with enterprise edition. And, so these are Snowflake built on cloud. Okay. Snowflake built on cloud. Okay, yes, built on cloud. So Snowflake supports built on cloud and AWS. Okay, 2014. So AWS S3 from 2014. Cloud provided to the Snowflake. And these Azure Blob storage, okay, cloud provided to the Snowflake from 2018. And GCP, GCS, cloud provided to the Snowflake from 2019. Okay. Then choose, we have these regions. We are go with, okay, we are go with Singapore, RCP Singapore, check mark, get started. Prefer language SQL, structured query language, continue, or you can skip, and setting up your account. Okay, and open your Gmail. So activate your Snowflake account. Click to activate. So username I'm giving like time variant. Okay, and I'm giving so time variant is June. Okay, 20 to the time. So 8 p.m. So this is I'm giving time variant June 20, the 8 p.m. Okay. So password just I'm giving the like my name. So then give it just add use up to 8 digits. Okay. So need should be like 14 characters. So one is uppercase, lowercase with the character. Your password must be 14 to 250 characters and contains it at least one number and the zero special character and the one uppercase and one lowercase letters. So just I'm giving okay, my name and 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then click on get started. Save. Okay. So this is the interface. Left side you can see work with data projects, ingestion, transformation, ANML, monitoring apps, marketplace, catalog. So data sharing, governance and security, compute, Postgre, admin. Okay, this is our profile. Okay, so account admin. Okay, organization public, security system admin, user admin. Okay. So first of all, where we need to work. Here you can see plus button, right? This is home button, plus plus button, like create button, search button. So I'm clicking on plus button. I'm going with plus button. Click, choose SQL file. Here, okay. This is the interface. Okay, here you can see account admin. These are the role. Account admin is the top. Okay, and this is the warehouse, compute warehouse, system streamlit notebook. Okay, then these are the databases, Snowflake sample data. Okay. If you want to see the databases with the command, So show databases, you can click on this run button, okay, or go with control enter. So we can see Snowflake sample data. So you can click on this, you can see the databases. Open this. So these are schemas. I'm opening the TPCH underscore SF1000 schema. Tables we have 8. So if you want to check, I'm going to click on three dots, place name in editor, select store from. Okay. So this is database name and this is schema name. Order is the table name. Okay. How many records we have inside the order? You can see we have this size is 48.6 GB. Crores, 10 crores, 100 crores, 1000 crores. Okay. What 100 10,000 lakh, 10 lakh crores, 10 crores, 100 crores. It means 150 crores records we have in this the table. 150 crores records. So if you run, it will take time, right? So I'm not running, just I'm canceling the query. Okay, I'm using the limit. Okay, I'm selecting 1, 2, hundreds, 100,000, 10,000, lakh. First, select 1 lakh records. So even it supports for large data. So it taking only 2 seconds fetching the data. So if you run again same, it taking only 54 milliseconds. Why? First time it scans the table. Second time it's using the result cache. Result cache. Okay. So that's why. So first time it scans the table. Second time if I run, not scanning the table, it's giving from the result cache. Suppose I'm adding one more zero and it's like 10 lakhs. See, now it's taking the 3.2 seconds, and again if I am running, taking only 40 milliseconds. Second time if you run the same query, uh, it will give the data from the result capture. Okay, I'm going to explain briefly about result capture. So this is okay. If you want to do any, okay, this is the table. If you want to see the table, you can see we have 10 lakhs records. Okay, this is the data. Okay, so what are the keys? We have columns. So O dot order key, O dot custody key, O dot order status, O underscore total price, O underscore order date, and this is order priority. Okay, so and we have okay clerk and ship priority comment. Okay, so these are what we have in this table. The next what we will do, we will describe the table. Describe table, not describe. We go with get DDL. Select get DDL of table and a table name. You can give the fully qualified name. If you want to give only orders, you need to choose this one. Okay, go with the database. Choose or you can run this command. Okay, use database. Database of example data. So this is the fully qualified name. Okay, this is a fully qualified name. Database dot schema dot and table dot. So use database name, then use schema name, tpch underscore SF1000. So why I'm showing these sample data means Snowflake can handle so millions of records, 10 millions. But here we have 150 crores records. Okay, statement. Now we are in the use this one and use this one. Now we see to show these things. Okay, from the example data tpch underscore SF1000. So now we can select get DDL. with the orders. Otherwise, we need to use the fully qualified name. So this is get DDL, and also I will describe the table. Okay, describe table name. If you describe the table, you can see like this. What is the column and the data type? So kind. So if it is accepts like constraints, okay, what are the constraints? Okay, it will show everything. The expression, comment, okay, policy name, privacy domain, right default, okay, these things. Okay. And get DDL, what it's going to show. So what it's So this operation is not supported on shared database, Snowflake sample data. So why? Okay, this is sample data, right? It's not working. Suppose if we are created orders table, now then it's going to work. So we have not created, right? Suppose if I create employee table, EMP, if I describe, okay, now it will show the DDA. But how to get DDL means, so from the describe, okay, we will get, okay, columns, the data types. So create or replace table syntax, we are not getting for the sample data. Suppose if I create table, EMP, ID, enter, name, whatever, and salary, okay, float. Okay, now if I describe, so what I do, so create, okay, database, okay, SnowDB, and create. Why it's not working? Because of, so this data occurs on all Snowflake accounts, right? If you do anything, it's not going to work properly. Not only we are not only using that Snowflake sample data, who are created a Snowflake account, everyone would use, right? So that's why it affects the Snowflake account. So that's why it's not right. Okay. That's why we can select, we can transform the data. Okay. We can't DDL and these things. Now, so we have EMP table. Now we will go with get DDL. So here place EMP instead of orders. Okay. Now describe. Okay. So now we can see create a reduce table EMP ID number, name, work, and salary float. Okay. So this is how to describe the table. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, so I'm going to load some sample data. So uh, we're going to work on bank data, but today I will show you healthcare domain data. Okay. So I'm going to here see ingestion, add data. So load data into table, browse. I'm going to here Snowflake. Okay. Here we have the file US healthcare data. Open this file. So I'm going to uh, this enhance say 2011 to 2012. Okay. This is like 14.7 MB. So choose the database Snowflake SnowDB and choose the Snow schema, and here create new table. So if you already have the table, we can choose from this, but we have not created the table. That's why just give the name. How are you going to give? Just open this file. So where we have this data, open, scroll, US certificate data. So we are loading this file, click, okay, rename, copy the name, then go to here, okay, give the name with underscore data, okay, data, click on next. So it's some like 14.7, that's what take time. Now everything is fine, okay, no error. So I think we have many columns, okay. So choose CSV, view options, okay, header. So usually we going to skip, but as of now I'm not skipping the header. Okay. So when we create in the file format, I will explain everything. What is these are things. Okay. I'm loading the data. So it is 14 point some MB, right? So the table details. So this click on home button. This is latest worksheet, last one. It's going to be top always. Now so run the select start from, can go to here. Here you can see the databases, right? I created minimize this. I created Snow DB. I created Snow schema. So these are two tables. Click on three dots. Place name editor. Okay. So we are getting fully qualified name. Run it. So this is okay, how many columns we have. Okay, we have the many columns. Okay. More than 150 columns. More than 150 columns, and the records 9,756. Okay, so more than 150 columns. Okay. So these are the data healthcare domain. Okay, healthcare domain one file. So we have the many files like this. I think we have the 26 files. Okay. So now what I'm going to do, just I'm going to run query. Okay, same query. Just I'm going to use order by date SEQL. So we have got data. So by default, it is the ascending order 161, 162, 163. If you want to get in the descending order, we going to use order by sequence. Then DESC, it is the descending order. So descending order. Okay. Descending top is the 71,916, the top. Okay. So this is okay. By default, Snowflake will give the ascending. Okay. So now what I have done, now I'm going to do sum of this. Okay. Select sum of, okay, these sequence, not a sequence. I'm going with the other column. Okay. So here DRA BF. D or A B F. Okay. So just we can give the table name. See. So now the sum is 16,098. Okay. So we have the records 9,756 rows. Yeah. So this is the query. Okay, now I want to see about uh, how this query runs. How this query runs in the Snowflake. Okay, I will show you how the query will run in the Snowflake. Just open this Snowflake architecture diagram. So here we have this, open this documentation. So we have the three layers, right? So this is the so like okay. Now I have done the query. Okay, see, select sum of the column and DRABA from enhance uh, underscore 2011 underscore 2012 underscore data. So now it is given the sum of these data. So 16,098. How it given? Okay. The first, okay, I'm running the query. So it's going to run on this computer. How it going to run? First, when I run the query, it will check these cloud services layer. It's going to check, okay, first, who is running the query? The account admin, security admin, or public admin, okay, system admin. Okay, who is running the query? First, it will check. Okay, I running the query. Okay, suppose Madhu running is a query. Okay, is the account admin. Okay, let's give the access. Then if other person running, Mari is running the query. When Mari runs the query, what it will do? Okay, first it will check. So does he have access on that database and the schema on that table? Does he have the access on the database? Okay, and the schema and table. Okay, if you have the access. Okay, you have the access. Okay, you check. So what cloud services layer will do? First, it will check what is the query, sum of data. Okay, so it will go to those column partitions. Okay, to check those column partitions. Okay, and metadata like in optimization. So we have the data, right? So those data sum. So it will check those partitions, and after that, it will give these cloud services layer give that partitions to the compute layer. Compute layer. Okay, it's going to give the compute layer. Then here, these are the virtual warehouses. Each virtual warehouse is independent. So it's like independent. Then this virtual warehouse runs the dot query. Okay, that sum, do the sum, and we need to give the output, right? It is only engine. How it going to sum? So when we run the query, first it will check about security, then it need to move to the compute layer, then it need to sum. So it need to do calculation, right? So it needs the data. Then it will go to database storage layer. Okay. So it will take the data. So sum of the column name. Okay. Then it will run in this cloud services layer, and that output going to fetch from this database store layer. Then we can see on the uh, this worksheet. Okay, on the worksheet, we can see the data. So this is how the query runs in the Snowflake. First security, then compute layer, then it will take those data from the storage layer and to the compute, sum the okay, sum the data, and after summing the data, so it will lead to this storage, and it will be going to see from the so worksheet. Okay, the output. Okay, the sum of whatever the query, maybe some. It's okay, whatever we are doing, it will show. So this is a process of query running in the Snowflake. Okay, the process of running. Okay, so cloud services have like brain. Okay, this is like engine. This is like the basement. Okay, so we have the three layers. When we create the table and we insert the data, that going to store in the database storage layer in the format of micro-partition. It is a column format storage. And when we run the query, select star from table name where ID equals something. So query going to run in this cloud services layer. If you want to log into Snowflake account, so that will take care by the security purpose. You want to log into Snowflake account, you need to have a username and password. So those things will be done in this cloud service. Okay. So this is about okay the Snowflake architecture. Okay. So three layers, and here many companies why they are choosing the Snowflake means why they are choosing Snowflake. So you have the Redshift BigQuery. So Redshift and BigQuery are competitor to the Snowflake. Why then they are choosing means we have the separate layers. Is someone asking something? Any doubt? Any question? Okay. So suppose you think we have data 20 TB in the storage layer, and this is the compute layer. I'm doing some transformation. So that query having the 10 pages of query, 10 pages of query. Okay. So this query, even we have the 20 TB of data, it won't affect by these storage, these 20 TB data. It won't affect by these 20 TB of storage data. It won't affect. This query won't affect. So because of we have separate layers, and separate layers. Okay, each layer separate. We can call like decoupled structure, separate layers. So that's why many companies choosing the Snowflake. Okay, why? Because of it saves the time, and it won't affect with the storage data, and time saving and cost saving. So that's why many companies, many are moving to the Snowflake, and why many people are changing the technology means these things. See, we have a lot of migration projects. Okay, migration project. Okay, we have the data in the variety of SQL Server, CRM system, hospital systems, some bank systems, okay, power systems, okay, so retail systems, marketplace. So those data we are moving into the Snowflake. Snowflake supports structure, okay, and semi-structure and unstructured data. So what is the structure, semi-structure, unstructured data? Here we have CSV files. Okay, CSV files are structured data. Okay, CSV files, CSV. Okay, and semi-structured data, JSON, those are semi-structured data. And unstructured data like audio files and video files. Okay, these are but and images. So we can load CSV data and JSON data, Parquet data, but we can't load directly audio and video files. So when we have these files in the S3 or Blob storage or in the GCS, when we have these files in the data lake, which is the data lake? S3 bucket is the data lake. When we have these data in the S3 bucket, then we can access the metadata of those data. That's why Snowflake supports structure, semi-structure, and unstructured. That's why they used to call Snowflake supports structure, semi-structure, and unstructured data. Okay, these things. And why these compute virtual warehouse, why they are still using, that is one reason. Supports every data and compute. So here virtual, what is the virtual warehouse means nothing, simple. So we book any mobile or laptop in the online, right? From Amazon, Flipkart, some other Meesho, something. Okay, these things, okay, online. So they're going to have one place, one, okay, one big building, okay, in out of cities. They're going to have one big building. So they're going to have everything, okay, built models like laptop, mobiles, anything. They're going to have many things, right? So those, that is warehouse. That is the warehouse, physical warehouse. This is the virtual warehouse. We have the data. Okay, it's going to handle the data. Okay, this is a virtual warehouse. We have everything here. So each virtual warehouse is independent. So simply, what is the independent? It's like a virtual warehouse set of multiple nodes. Okay, that is one sentence. So virtual warehouse is set of multiple computers. So it's having RAM, SSD memory, CPU. Okay, RAM, SSD memory, CPU. Whatever the computer having, it's going to have everything. So compute layer, so set of multiple computers. Okay, so that is a virtual warehouse. Okay, so warehouse. So it is a warehouse. Okay, what is a multi-cluster warehouse? What is a multi-cluster warehouse? Here, what is a multi-cluster warehouse means? You know, right? You are driving the bike and car. So, while you are driving, you're going to increase your gear, right? So, one to second gear, second to third, third to fourth, like fifth. When you increase the gear, when you add the gear, okay, when you add the gear, it's going to more speed and it will take a more load, okay, more speed, right? It's going to more speed, like it's going to fast speed. So like that, suppose if there are multiple users are working in the Snowflake, like some are loading the data, some unloading the data, some are doing the transformation, some are doing the testing, some are doing the like writing the models in the DBT. Okay, so there are many. Some are like reports team is connected. Suppose there are 100 users are connected in the Snowflake. So the with single gear the bike or single gear cluster, we can't, okay, we can't run it won't run fast, slow, it's going to be slow. So that's why we have the cluster. Now we need to add a cluster. So clusters are, we have 1 2 3 up to 10, 10 clusters here. Cluster is set of nodes is nothing but, so suppose here I have 1 GB RAM here. Think 1 GB RAM. I'm using 1 GB RAM going to work and SSD 100 GB and CPU power some, okay, RAM SD, and some other things, memory some. When I add a second cluster, it's going to double, not 1 GB RAM, it's going to be 2 GB RAM. Now, if I go third cluster, 4 GB RAM, and if I go fourth cluster, 8 GB, then like that, the power going to increase, rise, RAM, SSD memory, CPU. Okay, so this is that's why okay, we used to call multi-cluster warehouse. Okay, even there are 100 number of users are working on the Snowflake, it won't be slow even while loading the data. Suppose data is like so is like many data we have like more than 10 GB data loading. Okay, it won't affect. Why? Because we have the warehouse sizes like small, okay, and medium and large, and X small, large, X large, 2X large, 3X large, 4X large. Total, we have the standard names like small, medium, large values, right? So while data loading is slow, automatically Snowflake going to increase these things. And so everything is managed by only Snowflake. Even Snowflake not supports for the indexes. So instead of the indexes, we have the micro partitions and cluster key in the Snowflake. The simple remember one thing, your data stores your okay. So wait, so see here second time. It's not wait, what happened? Okay. So where we are, okay, I'm explaining about this thing, right? Okay, simple way of what is the Snowflake architecture. So Snowflake is a multi-cluster. So use the word. So the way of telling answer is a important. Simple three-layer storage, compute, clouds are not like that. So remember, Snowflake is a multi-cluster warehouse. So we have the three layers: database storage layer, compute layer, and cloud services layer. Okay. Then after when we create the table, so it will going to store in the database store layer. And if you run the query runs in the compute layer. If you want to log into Snowflake account, it will take care of the cloud service layer, any security and authentication service management and metadata optimization. So here we have the decoupled structure. So separate layers in the Snowflake. That's why when we have so even large data in the database storage layer, it won't large it in the database storage layer. So while running the query in the virtual warehouse, it won't affect by these database storage. Okay, so it's like a brain, it's like a engine, it's like a basement. Okay, this is the Snowflake architecture. Okay, so completely three lakes, multi-cluster, warehouse. Okay, some people don't know what is a virtual warehouse, what is multiple. Is it like adding the clusters? Okay, adding the clusters. Okay, but what we are increasing while adding the cluster? We are increasing the power, RAM, SSD memory, CPU. So these things behind the scenes we have in the Snowflake. So simple not multi-cluster, not three layers. So behind the scenes, so built on completely cloud. So this data, 20 dB, I told, right? 20 dB data, not going to store in the Snowflake. It stores in the cloud. I have chosen AWS. So the data going to store in the cloud, in the AWS. If I choose Blob, it will store in the Blob storage. If I choose GCS, it's going to store in the GCS. So everything handled completely Snowflake. So we don't have the index instead of index the micro partition. So that I will explain. Okay. So remember, so now creating the account, how the query runs, clear, right? Okay. So what is how we going to go with this training? How you get the job? These things are fixed. Okay. So remember, okay, here, okay. So from 2015, okay, I'm working and I did the training. Okay, so almost okay. I'm only the started the so real time projects and DBT I started first. As of my knowledge, so I given DBT training to many trainers. Okay, Snowflake, DBT, okay, and Airflow and this thing, modern data vault. This is very important. Okay, a modeling data model vault 2.0. So this is the perfect skill set. Okay, so inside we have the SQL Advanced, S3, and Blob and GCS. We have those things. Okay, so So this is warehouse processing. This is for the transformation. This is for the scheduling. This is for the modeling. Okay, modeling these things. Okay, so we need to. So here, what I have, what is the mind? I'm going to teach like theory, practical. So real time use cases. Okay, and interview. Okay, questions. Real time. Okay. And here, like complete with a large data, not small tables, large data, like so many columns, like depend on the table, and what is the data. Records like more than 2 lakhs, and so some they will have the 10 lakhs records, okay, and the back domain. Okay, so we're going to take large and completely we're going to implement. Okay, here now I'm not only teaching developer, I'm teaching architect, okay, admin, and developer, okay, and analyst. Okay. You can apply for anything. I'm covering everything, so you can check my syllabus. I'm covering everything. I'm going to cover everything. So here I'm going to give you previous recordings, okay, and current and in future. If I'm going to give these all drive links, previous and current and future. And note here, so must attend if must try to attend, not try, must attend live classes. Okay? And so these, because of while I'm teaching, I'm covering everything. Okay, it will take time, right? 1 month, 2 months, 2 months will take too much time, right? So then, if you need like job right now, how you going to handle? So for that, go with the providing videos. So even if you don't have, and I don't want to go with the recording videos. If you say like that, so I have the one more. So here we have the script. In the script, we have the questions and the answers. Okay, so we have the questions and answers. Script. Okay, go with the script. Okay, the present, whatever you are preparing, go with the theoretically. Practically, when you do it, after getting offer letter, you after getting offer letter, you're going to have the time, 1 month time to assign project and to the work. So in that time, so you can go with practically. Now, as of now, theory, like in the interview point of view. Okay, I have the script, having question and answer, coming all are real time. So this is makes like with my words. Okay, I given support to more than 1,000 interviews really. Okay, more than 1,000 interviews. So everything what I given in the script, you're going to get only those questions. So even 100%, okay, only those questions you're going to get. They're going to ask, okay, not any other question. Even scenario based also, I given most, okay, 99% to 100% they context. So complete the script in the 7 days. Okay, take mark one. If it is okay, oh, fine. If not okay, go with mark two. Okay, if it is okay, okay. If not okay, take mark three. Okay, if mark three is okay, then we have to be the resume. Okay, so now we go with the Naukri, and I will provide some references or LinkedIn. Okay, and already my students are working in many companies. My students, okay, were working, and I know some like managers and team leads. Okay, who need some recruiters and HRs from that. So we going to get calls. We going to schedule the interview. Should the interview, and so here with my training you're going to get the experience. So minimum 3 to 5 like 6 years of real-time experience you're going to get it. So not simple like training and like syllabus, simple not syllabus training, it's like syllabus and plus come real time. So out of concept like star schema, Snowflake schema, OLD, OLAP, conformal dimension. Okay. So fact and dimension, everything, and they see types. Okay. So you can check in my YouTube. You can see time variant in my YouTube channel name, and you can share with your friends and relatives. And you can type, you can search like Madhu Snowflake. Okay. So I'm the carbon mentor. Okay. So here you will get everything. Okay. So this is I'm going to give you everything from end to end. So here, anybody having questions or anything, let me know. Abhidi, Krishna, Sanjay, sir, Venkat Prasad, anybody having any questions right now? If you have, let me know. I will clarify with my knowledge. The final. It's clear, right? So you are understanding my language, that I mean, like, so any speed or slow, you are getting everything right into the mind.
Sir, you have shared daily or recorded videos?
Yes, yes, I will share. Every
Mm.
daily I will share. If I not upload daily, weekend I will upload.
Okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, thank you guys. Bye. Good night. Happy weekend. So if anything, you can ping in the WhatsApp. Okay. So confirm with the payment and continue the training. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.